rise to the flag. Please stand.
Please join the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the one state, under God, one indivisible.
Thank you. Okay, this morning, it's a great day to celebrate. We've got some folks that have been dedicated and worked here for many years, and and I don't, is anyone here from John Johnson? If not, the proclamation is in the book, and so for the commissioners, and if y'all have any questions about it, otherwise I'd open for a motion to approve it.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. All right, next is a proclamation recognizing and congratulating Belinda Summers for 32 years of service, which is hard to believe because she can't be that old because I went to school with her parents. And so I'm going to ask Dustin Chapman to read the proclamation and into the minutes.
All right, good morning. This is a McLennan County proclamation recognizing and congratulating Belinda Summers for her 32 years of service. Whereas Belinda Summers commenced her service to McLennan County on October 1st, 1993 as a clerk to the Honorable Judge James C. Collier, Justice of the Peace for Precinct 2. And whereas on July 6, 1999, the McLennan County Commissioners Court unanimously appointed Belinda to serve as Justice of the Peace Precinct 2 following the passing of her mentor, the Honorable Judge James C. Collier. And whereas Belinda faithfully served the citizens of Precinct 2 and was subsequently reelected to that office for successive terms until 2014, when the Commissioners Court approved the redrawing and consolidation of the Justice of the Peace and Constable precincts from 7 to 5, thereby creating newly configured seats. And whereas, following the consolidation of precincts, Belinda continued her service to McLennan County when she was hired by the late Commissioner Lester Gibson to work at the Road and Bridge Department for Precinct 2. And whereas, throughout her tenure, Belinda has demonstrated exceptional knowledge of the geography and needs of Precinct 2 and has consistently contributed thoughtful and innovative ideas in the performance of her duties, exemplifying adaptability, professionalism, and steadfast dedication to public service. And whereas Belinda is widely respected by her colleagues and the community for her approachable nature, compassion, dependability, and integrity, qualities which have made her a valued member of the McLennan County team and a trusted public servant. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the McLennan County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes and expresses its sincere appreciation to Belinda Summers for her many years of distinguished and dedicated service to the citizens of McLennan County, and extends its best wishes for continued success and happiness in the years ahead. Be it further proclaimed that this proclamation shall be entered into the official minutes of the McLennan County Commissioners Court as a lasting tribute to the honorable career and public service of Belinda Summers. Judge?
All right, I gladly make a motion that we approve that proclamation.
I'll second that motion.
All right, we have a motion second. Any other discussion? No other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Congratulations. And we have a photographer over here. I made sure she had. Make sure she had.
Dress matches her phone.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell a joke.
I'm sorry.
I made sure she had enough film in her file. All right, can I say a few words?
Oh, my. This is, listening to Dustin read this out loud, it just really brought back a lot of memories from the very beginning. I just appreciate everybody for this. I'm very humbled. I don't know, this doesn't happen to me.
No.
I do want to, I have a couple of family members I want to introduce. I've got my parents, Buddy and Judy Baker. My husband, Roy Summers. Our daughter's Cookie Maker.
And, Mr. Baker, I want you to know, she was the first JP I ever stopped speeding as a
You didn't have to tell that. It's true
Tracy can stand on somebody's shoulder.
There you go.
Sure, yeah. All right. Next, Dustin, like to, if you would, in item D4, proclamation recognizing April as Child Abuse Awareness Month. If you'd read that, please.
Yes, sir. This is a McLennan County proclamation recognizing April as Child Abuse Awareness Month. Whereas children are among the most vulnerable members of our society and deserve to grow up in safe, nurturing, and supportive environments. And whereas child abuse and neglect continue to have serious and lasting effects on the physical, emotional, and psychological well-being of children. And whereas preventing child abuse is a shared responsibility that requires the commitment and collaboration of families, educators, community organizations, law enforcement, and government agencies. And whereas each year more than 50,000 confirmed cases of abuse and neglect are reported in Texas, by raising awareness and educating the public about the signs of child abuse, we can help protect children and strengthen families. And whereas communities across Texas recognize the importance of supporting prevention programs, early intervention services, and resources that promote healthy child development. And whereas the observance of Child Abuse Awareness Month serves as an opportunity to reaffirm our dedication to protecting children and ensuring their well-being. And now therefore be it proclaimed that the Commissioners Court of McLennan County recognizes April as Child Abuse Awareness Month and encourage citizens to work together to support families, promote safe environments for children, and help prevent child abuse and neglect in all its forms. Be it further proclaimed that a copy of this proclamation be made a permanent part of the minutes of the Commissioners Court. Judge?
All right, thank you. Is Diane King here? All right, yeah, hope to come around. And I would make a motion, we approve that proclamation.
Second.
Motion made, second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. Okay. Yeah. But be famous.
That kind of ruins the whole, Bill, that ruins the whole shot.
Bill can stand on the back and listen.
Bend over to come to the door, he could at least sit on the table.
Lee, how tall is he?
How tall is that door? Cousin-in-law. His mom, my wife, his sister.
a few refreshments outside on the tables.
Cookies.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll,
Thank you.
so as we find out after, and whenever you're ready, there's drinks.
There's cookies and drinks out there. Anybody wants one, grab it.
I can see you.
You.
Pardon me? Do you want him to hang around for the 5? Item number 5? Does he need to hang around for that?
We just did 5.
We just got through with 4. We're gonna do 3 next. But it's got a report with it.
Actually, we're doing, next one's D3. All right, going to item D3, the proclamation recognizing the week of the young child, and we're gonna do the proclamation, and then there'll be a presentation, I think by Wendy, is that correct? Oh, Wendy? Okay, good, okay. So Dustin, if you would read that proclamation into the minutes.
Yes, sir. This is a proclamation of the Commissioners Court of McLennan County, Texas, recognizing the Week of the Young Child. Whereas the Commissioners Court of McLennan County, in conjunction with United Way of Waco McLennan County, the McLennan County Child Wellbeing Movement, and the National Association for Education of Young Children, is celebrating the Week of the Young Child, April 11th through April 17th, 2026. And whereas the McLennan County Child Wellbeing Movement, a collaborative of community residents and local organizations, has developed a community action plan which includes strategies to address the need for more high-quality early learning opportunities and stronger supports for McLennan County families that in turn can provide a foundation of well-being for the nearly 17,000 children between the ages of 0 to 5 living in McLennan County. And whereas teachers, nonprofits, early childhood professionals, healthcare professionals, and others who make a difference in the lives of young children in McLennan County deserve thanks and recognition. And whereas public policies that support early learning for all young children are crucial to young children's futures and to the prosperity of our society. And whereas the future of our great country depends on the quality of life we provide to our youngest residents today. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Commissioners Court of McLennan County does hereby proclaim April the 11th through April 17th, 2026 as the Week of the Young Child in McLennan County, and encourage all residents and organizations across sectors to join the McLennan County Child Wellbeing Movement in its efforts to make a good investment in early childhood in McLennan County. Be it further proclaimed that a copy of this proclamation be made a permanent part of the minutes of the Commissioners Court. Judge?
All right, thank you. I would make a motion that we approve this proclamation.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. So Wendy, I will. Yeah, what we'll do is, I don't know, but, I think the best way, since there's so many here, let me, first of all, present you with a proclamation, and then we would let everyone just stand up, and we will turn, and then we can get pictures. Okay, where's the doctor? Actually.
Should do that with one hand. With 2 hands.
So now, let's go over there. Everybody here to support the United Way. And our fine photographer.
She's coming around.
And you can get where I'm at, or you can go right through there.
Go, you may have to come way back here.
I may have to.
Yeah, help yourself. That's a public spot, not the judge's spot.
You want to stand it? Just somebody's gonna hold your hand then. Get on that side. Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I cannot see the back row though, so if we can kind of, yes, if everyone can kind of come in, and everybody have a window.
If you can't see the camera, they can't see you.
Yes.
That's the rule.
There's lots of room up in the front.
The whole row.
Get on tiptoes back there.
There's Alan and Kevin.
Yeah.
We can't put Alan
In the middle.
Yeah, Alan has to stay.
Get on the side of it.
Yes, that's great. I can't see her back there. Yes, I can't see you. Tanisha, I can't see you.
Yeah,
Good, window, go that way. That's great. I can just do that, yes. Can you turn, okay, great, great. I can't see you. You right here, yes.
Yes.
Come up. Aaron, go that way. Perfect.
Yeah.
Gentleman in the white, I need you to get into a window. There you go.
Get in the window, huh? Okay.
I can see everyone.
All right, big smile. Here we go.
Perfect. All right, let me zoom in. Give me one moment. 1, 2, 3. Stay right there. I'm gonna do a different portrait. Stay right there. Beautiful. Don't move. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Good.
Judge has never had that angle.
I'd like to go to item N5, and this is an update regarding the Clinton County Child Wellbeing Action Plan.
Oh, right up here in front. Judge, that angle has never been seen
I know
from the judge's spot.
Nope.
That's what Ben said, because he's leaving.
All right, Judge, Commissioners, thank you so much for the opportunity to visit with you today. As the judge mentioned in the proclamation, the last several years, we've been part of the McLennan County Child Wellbeing movement and helping to facilitate and keep on track with the action plan that was put together. And as part of that, we try really hard to be accountable for the work that's being done and make sure that all of these partners that are here with us today and the efforts that they're putting forth in the community are known about and the progress being made. So we wanted to kind of come and just share a little bit of an update about the action plan, but also just about United Way and the work that's happening in the community overall. So for anybody here today who may not be familiar with United Way, we are a nonprofit organization that has been working here in McLennan County for over 100 years. And in that 100 years, we've been able to put over $100 million to work in the nonprofit community. Our mission is to help our neighbors thrive with special emphasis on children and families. And we focus on the things that parents worry about so that children don't have to. So we're looking at healthy community, community resiliency, youth opportunity, and financial stability.
So what we're most known for is being a funder in the community. We're known for being a grant maker, and in the last grant cycle, we awarded $1 million for a 2-year grant cycle to 23 local nonprofits. But what a lot of people don't know about us is that we also convene partners to collaborate around solutions for issues facing families in our local community, as well as to be a connector of resources so that local residents of our city and county can access the resources that they need to succeed and to get their needs met. And so we are really focused on making sure that there is collaboration and not duplication of efforts among all the social service agencies, nonprofit agencies in town, so that we can maximize resources and utilize them efficiently and make sure that we are walking in lockstep with one another.
And so the partners that are here today represent nonprofit organizations, government agencies, and business partners, all working in conjunction to help find these solutions for our community. So when we talk about the solutions that we're looking for, we're looking at how we meet our local needs. United Way is a global nonprofit organization, but we are organized into local chapters. And so what is unique about us in relation to the way most other national and global organizations are structured is that the dollars that are raised here in McLennan County stay here in McLennan County. 98% of donations collected stay here in McLennan County. 1.5% is our annual membership dues to the United Way organization, and then 0.5% to United Ways of Texas, who strengthens our regional cooperation. the way we raise our money is a little bit different too, because the significant giving comes from our local workplace campaigns. So it's the collective impact of $5, $10, $15, $20 donations on those payroll deductions that have allowed us to put those dollars back to work in the community. And what we find about United Way that I think is also unique to our organization is that many of our donors are also people who have experienced a crisis at a time in their life, and they've utilized the services of one of the 50 different local nonprofits that are part of the United Way network. And so when they get to a point where they can give back, they choose to do that through United Way because they had it and it impacted their life. When we talk about who we're working for in McLennan County, it's really important, I think, to identify that 17% of families in McLennan County are living below the federal poverty limit. They have less money coming into their household than the designated federal poverty limit. But then we have another 26% of county residents that live above the poverty line, have jobs, and are still struggling to meet their family's basic needs. They're making less money than the true cost of living here in McLennan County. In the United Way circles, we refer to this as our ALICE population. It stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. They're making the best decisions with the resources they have available to them, but through the support of our network of nonprofits, we're able to help move them hopefully from a survival mode into a thriving mode. And the majority of nonprofits in McLennan County are focused on that 26% of the population.
So Wendy mentioned how we are focused on the things that parents worry about so that their children don't have to. And while we believe that it's essential that we meet our neighbors' needs that are emerging, there are real needs that are happening in our community every day, our true North Star is really that we start at the beginning and that we focus on the investments that we make into our community's youngest residents, starting prenatally and on their first day of life and really up until age 5. That 0 to 5 age range is what we're really focused on. And some of you might be familiar with the quality of life study that we put out in 2021 called Are the Children Well? And we titled it that because in East Africa, the Maasai people, when they greet one another, they don't ask, "Hi, how are you?" They ask, "How are the children?" And in their community, the well-being of the children is the litmus test for the well-being of the family and the community at large. And so that's really kind of where we ground ourselves, because we believe that the investment that we make now is critical, that we not just address symptoms that we see present in our society today, but that we address the root causes. And so some of you might have been at the last 2 chamber events where Dr. Ray Perryman came and spoke. And at both events, he cited that the investment that we make into high-quality early childhood education is the greatest investment that we can make from an economic perspective. Yeah. And he has since come out with a study, and there's some data up here on the screen that continues to solidify this point, that every dollar invested in early childhood education can yield $32 in gross product, $60 in aggregate net gains over time. And then for us locally, I want to highlight that $1 invested in early childhood education can yield $4.61 in increased tax revenue and reduced social costs to local governments in Texas. So these numbers kind of come from a calculation based on those reduced social costs, indirect effects of educational attainment, and life expectancy, and different factors that ultimately affect our society. And so this is kind of our North Star when we focus on this work. Although it's a holistic approach to addressing the family's needs, we are really focused on making sure that the investment we make is really targeted for our youngest residents. So you've heard about the McLennan County Child Wellbeing Movement. Like I mentioned a second ago, it's a holistic approach, and so it really is 2-generational in that we're focused on parents' needs as well as children's needs. So this is just kind of a recap of the work we've done so far. We put out our research and our action plan initially. The action plan was released in summer of 2022, and since then we launched several work groups that are focused on different sections of the plan, and there's 5 focus areas in it. One is increasing access to high-quality childcare and educational opportunities. The second is meeting basic needs, so healthcare, housing, jobs, mental health, nutrition, physical activity. There is addressing the socioeconomic divide in our community, the importance of taking action, and making sure that families have access to resources. And so What rose to the top in our community action plan is that there is a lack of awareness among residents in our community of the resources that exist, that we have so many incredible programs and services that are underutilized. And so the work groups have been focused on a comprehensive resource awareness campaign where we make sure that we are putting messages out into the community through various communication channels to make sure that they're reaching residents who could be benefiting them, and kind of using that as a starting point before we try and launch new programs and initiatives, but make sure that the existing ones are being used to their full potential. And out of these work groups, we've identified several collaborations. We're so grateful for our partnership with the McLennan County Health District. They have also been undertaking some strategic work related to the health of our county, and we have been working in lockstep with them to ensure, again, that our work is complementary of one another, that we're not duplicating efforts, and we've been able to collaborate using our health work group to ensure that they can get their needs met in addition to the strategies in the community action plan. And where we're at right now is we are trying to kind of recalibrate and see over the last few years of the 112 action steps in our community action plan, figure out what the status is, what has been addressed so far, and then and part of that is reporting back to the community and to our leadership. And so the next steps are to pull together as a movement and figure out where we want to head next and what priorities are still unaddressed.
So as Haley said, these work groups have now been operating for about 2 years. The 4 work groups were launched, and there's been over 60 local service and government agencies that have been convening bi-monthly with these work groups. So what we're really proud of is those sustained partnerships, and as you see the support that's here today, the movement continues to grow, and people are invested in what's happening. And I think a lot of the reason that people have stayed invested is because of the successes that they're seeing and the actions that are being taken.
So this is kind of where we're at in the recalibration process. We have been going through our entire action plan, action step by action step, to work with our work groups to identify what work is happening in the community in relation to every single step. And so this is kind of where it's still a process we're working through, but this is where we're at right now. Of the 112 action steps, we're seeing that there's only 15 that, to our knowledge and many of our partners' knowledge, are not being addressed in any way, but the rest of the action steps are either have been fully addressed or have partially addressed. And this is not just by United Way, but any effort, organization, program, initiative that is currently underway in McLennan County. We really want to take it upon ourselves to collect all of that information and report back out and show what we as a collective community are doing locally. And in our last grant cycle, we talked about earlier, we're also a funder. So in the midst of all of this work focused on children and families, we are also still a grant maker. We are funding 2-year grants to local nonprofits. And in our most recent 2-year grant cycle, these are some of the results that we've seen across health outcomes, educational outcomes, financial stability outcomes, and some of those emergency services. We're seeing lives impacted on the daily as a result of the work that the nonprofits are doing on the front lines. These are some other recent successes that we have just seen a lot of momentum locally. You might have heard the announcement that our local Dolly Parton Imagination Library affiliate program has now transitioned to be a program under United Way. If you're not familiar with the program, it was started by Dolly Parton, and it's a program where families with children between the ages of 0 and 5 can sign up and receive a free book, age-appropriate book, every single month shipped to their doorstep for any child that you have in the home. And so a local couple has been running our affiliate program for the last 5 or 6 years, and we're looking to transition it over to another established organization in town, and so we are really excited to be administering that program locally. It's continuing just as it has, but with the addition of some new zip codes that we're opening up for additional eligibility. And then in the next couple of months, we're going to see the option for parents to choose a fully bilingual track. So every single book that they would receive if they chose to opt in would be a bilingual book. And we've also are grateful for the support of our local library system. They have collaborated with us for a grant application to ensure that we can draw down some state dollars that will cover 50% of the costs to run the program, which will allow us to expand it exponentially. And then I mentioned earlier a collaboration with our health district that has been really successful. We've seen a lot of synergy around partners seeing how two large organizations in town are making sure that we are collaborating and not duplicating or creating any inefficiencies in our workflows. We've also been able to work with the City of Waco's Housing Department as they've explored bringing a financial empowerment center to the community. And they also have used our community action plan to inform their strategic priorities. And so that's something that I really want to stress that, that you hear from us is that our goal for our community action plan is that it would be a tool that other organizations in town could use to understand the priorities and the wishes of the community. And we've seen several large organizations use it to inform their strategic priorities.
So one of the things that is new in the work that we're doing, as we mentioned, we have a network of 50 local or nonprofits that have been vetted by United Way and are eligible to receive funds through us. And so just this last week, we held, to the best of our knowledge, the first ever United Way Designated Agency Summit. And so 36 of those agencies were in the room together for an entire day. And what we looked at is how do we better serve people when they're in a moment of crisis? They don't have time or mental capacity at that point to go searching and spending hours trying to get help. It needs to be easy. They need to be able to access the system, and we need to be able to help shuttle them from one support to another, because when you take that holistic approach, you're solving the immediate problem, but you're also trying to set up that they have a new trajectory when they move out of that time. And so those agencies met and they spent the whole day together looking at how we can handle referrals, how we can use our local 211 system and other resources to help make it easier for people to navigate the social service system. And so we'll continue to meet with those organizations and build on those referral pathways and make sure that people have access to as many different resources at a time as they can when they're in a moment of crisis. And then something else that's new that we've not put out before, which has recently been published, is the United Way Agency Resource Guide. And it is a public-facing booklet that has all 50 of our organizations listed in it with a brief description of each organization and how you can contact them. And it's broken down by section, the different types of help that they provide. And so that's public-facing for anyone looking for assistance, that they'd be able to have that and have quick access to everyone. And then we've also created an internal use only agency phone book that has direct contacts at each of the agencies, and all of our agencies will get one of these phone books, and they'll be able to kind of pick up the phone and call one another and make sure they can kind of give a warm handoff if they're moving somebody from one agency to another. And so we think that's really going to help with the efficiency and the effectiveness of those transitions. A couple of emerging projects that are coming out of the child well-being work are that we are working on an effort. We are saying we're undertaking this, and we're kind of walking out in faith here because we're not sure exactly how we're going to accomplish it. But as I'm sure you're all aware, there are a number of countywide coalitions and different initiatives, all aimed at supporting our friends and our neighbors and residents here in the county. But a lot of times, everyone working so hard, we forget to talk about and tell each other what we're doing. And so we're attempting to map those coalitions and initiatives to make a comprehensive list of everything that's happening. So if somebody has an idea and they say, hey, we want to work on this, we want to start a group to work on this project, we'll be able to say, hey, there's already a group over here that's doing that. Maybe you can connect with them first before we launch a new initiative. And so, again, all designed around working smarter, not harder, and maximizing the use of the resources that we have available. And then we're also, as Haley talked about, as we're recalibrating with our work groups, we're focused on the idea of the wraparound services. We know our school districts and the kids that are going in there to learn every day, those families need some support before those kids get to school to make sure they're in a place that they're ready to learn. And so how do we organize those wraparound services and make sure families can take full advantage of those as they prepare those children for entering kindergarten? And then lastly, we're working with an organization called The Source for Learning, which is a nationwide organization that provides free curriculum to teachers. And they have an interest in looking at the early learning environment and how children transition to kindergarten and how we make that transition as successful as possible for children, families, and teachers. So we'll be launching a new project with them to see how we can create that bridge here in McLennan County. And then some of the ongoing efforts that we've talked to you about before. A couple of years ago, we launched the Hotspot, which is a local mail serve system that our social service agencies and government agencies and faith communities can use when they have somebody looking for assistance and they've tapped out on all of the normal resources they use. They can send an email on the hotspot, and it reaches 224 members, representing 81 different agencies with only one email to try to get assistance for them. We continue our early learning advocacy through Early Matters Texas. We're also working with the Department of Emergency Management on disaster preparedness and community resiliency, the role that United Way can play there as a convener of the donations and resources that are provided in those times. And then we're also building out on our webpage a community resource hub, which highlights findhelp.org, 211, the Heart of Texas Goodwill Navigators as resources to help people access the help they need here in the community. We'll also be adding some early learning resources, some mentoring resources, and others to that.
And ultimately, this is our long-term vision. Hopefully, you've heard this shine through in everything that Wendy and I have shared, but really our goal as an organization in our community is that we can help ensure that community efforts are aligned, we're maximizing resources, minimizing duplication, and ensuring efficient use of funding. And then even beyond that, obviously, we want to see children enter school ready to learn and families receiving holistic support as a result of the coordinated system of nonprofits and government agencies and faith communities here locally in McLennan County. And this is kind of how we ground ourselves in our role as a funder, but also a convener, a collaborator, and a connector.
So we wanted to make everybody aware of these upcoming events. April 11th through the 24th, we are co-sponsoring with KCEN and Transformation Waco, a community children's book drive with a last day drop-off drive-through at the Steam Center on April 24th. Hopefully all of you have received an invitation to our Impact Unplugged event on April 16th, where we'll be celebrating the 2025 campaign, talking about the 2026 campaign, and sharing with the community members some of the information and about work that's being done by all of our partners. And we'll also be, on April 16th, announcing our new set of performers for the second annual Rhythm and Brews karaoke event that will be coming up on September 17th. So you're not going to want to miss out on that. We have some great faces in the community that will be sharing their talents with us again this year. We're really excited about it. And as we mentioned, we've taken over the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and the annual fundraiser for that event is the Great Waco Duck Race, and that's scheduled to be held on October 18th this year. So we hope you guys can join us for the April 16th event and see more about the network and the people that are participating in all the work that's happening. Any questions?
All right, any questions? I just have a few comments. I know that a lot of people get asked to contribute to a lot of different things. It's always kind of confusing, and you mentioned limiting duplication, which is a big effort really the community's going through right now for a lot of things, workforce development, healthcare, and all these other things. And, you know, years back, I wanted to, I felt like I needed to be more focused on helping nonprofits that the money's utilized right here and helps the people around us. And so United Way had a list of nonprofits that had been totally vetted by the United Way folks, and that none of these organizations step on my religious or political beliefs, and so I thought that was the best way for me to participate in it, and I would invite others to look at the same thing. And it's easy to do. And by the way, McLennan County, in our payroll side, has it set up where if you want to make a monthly, even if it's a small amount, donation to the United Way Fund, you know the money's spent right here. We have several people that participate in different ways in United Way, both financially and just Heather is involved with volunteering. I've been known to volunteer a little bit for United Way.
Yes, sir.
And then I help Alan Holt with industry partners around the community. And by the way, when we talk to, and this group here is going to support financially in other ways, economic development, we ask these industries, what are you going to do for our community? I know you're making widgets and you're doing this and all that, but what are you doing for the community? And so that's a strong focus. City of Waco's right with us on that. And so we want them to understand that they're becoming a part of this community and not just coming in here to work and leaving. So with that, any questions or comments anyone would have?
Well, I'm pretty new at this, but the judge just talked about everything I wrote down here, so I guess I'm learning a little bit of good stuff from you, so.
It's bound to be right.
No, that's gotta be. I look at your vision, and that duplication is, we talk about that a lot up here, and that's fantastic what you're trying to do there. Maybe one day we won't need a United Way. That's what I would, that's your goal, I'm sure.
Yes.
If we can fix these things and not have a problem like that, that would be the fantastic part of looking at these agencies and these groups that help folks have a vision of, I'm hoping I won't never have a job here in 10, 15 years. That would be the great thing for the community.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank y'all very much, and all the folks, supporters that were able to come this morning. I know there's many more that had conflicts that couldn't, and appreciate y'all coming. And I would like to recess for 5 minutes.
Recording stopped.
Pardon me?
Come back.
call court back into session. On the item N5 on that report, entertain a motion to approve that for recording purposes.
So move. Second.
Have motion second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. All right. This time, if there's any members from the public here that wants to speak to the court on business matters, please do so at this time. Seeing none, Dustin, we will go, well, let's go to the consent agenda. Recommended pulls are E3A, E3B, E9B. Is there any other pulls recommended? If not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of those previously mentioned pulls?
So move.
Second.
Motion made second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Justin, do we want to go to those polls, or did you have something else in mind to move?
Yeah, Judge, I think we can just go to those pools. So E3A is the department head evaluations. We can hold that
Yeah.
until after executive session. Then we'll move on to E3B, county sheriff. I'd like to call on Anna.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
I have here a request from the sheriff's office to fill the chief deputy position prior to the exhaustion of paid time off that are on the books. They'd like the ability to fill this position effective May 4th. They, of course, have already identified a qualified candidate to fill the position. I believe he's here.
Have you done a background check on him?
I believe they have. We actually mentioned that in here. They have passed the background, and they hold the qualifications of the position. Of course, they're a current peace officer. The position is position 384. Again, that title is Deputy Chief of the Sheriff's Office. And then, of course, if there happens to be a budget amendment necessary, then at that point, Francis, or the Auditor's Office, can help us with that. And this being a leadership position, of course, HR would recommend the ability to fill the position.
Okay. All right, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
All right, and then E9B, it needs to be pulled with no action.
All right, I will pull it with no action. Thank you.
All right, then moving on to item F, bids, RFPs, RFQs. F1 is authorization of quote from CDWG for mugshot cameras for Highway 6. John?
Morning.
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 So this is for the Tyler project. We're replacing, they currently have a service that they pay to do these mugshot cameras, and we just want to purchase two outright and not have to pay every year for it. So this would be, $4,560.38 for two mugshot cameras that would come out of the jail commissary fund for the sheriff's office.
Okay.
Motion to approve, Judge. Second.
All right, have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Under item G, contracts and local agreements, G1 is authorization of agreement equipment acknowledgement form with Waco Metropolitan Planning Organization for a speed traffic trailer. The MPO had received a safety grant to purchase several of these trailers that record the speed of vehicles. Engineering office would like to borrow one of these to be used for a speed study along Spiegelville Road. So Amy's out for a while this morning, so I'm helping cover her items, but this is recommended to move forward.
All right, she's here, Dustin.
Okay.
I just walked in, Dustin. I was
Walk
about
in
to
with a bag
text
of
you.
chips and cold drink.
Already had my shot and a beer and I'm ready to go.
She's joking.
Joke, joke. Oh, my goodness.
Inside boys, inside boys. So the MPO has these available for us to use. I wanted to use it on Spiegelville for our first speed study, but we can also use them on any roads in the precincts that any of the commissioners would like to do. Get actual speed data on what the speeds are and what the volumes of traffic are.
Okay,
So it records vehicles too that pass?
Doesn't classify, but it records
does.
numbers and
Motions.
speeds.
Okay.
Volume, speed, and volume.
Okay.
okay.
Which needs to be done, so it's
Yeah, I'll make a
fantastic.
motion, we approve it. Oh, sorry.
And I'll second it.
All right. Have a motion second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. Thank you.
Item G2 is regarding the use agreement with Waco Rowing Club, doing business as Waco Rowing Center for the Rowing Championship event at Trading House Lake Park. G2A is authorization of event action plan, and G2B is authorization of inclement weather plan. Yesterday, Judge Felton held a hearing on the mass gathering permit application. That permit was approved. It was reviewed by Dr. Werner, by Ryan Durker at Emergency Management, and by Captain Nixon with the Sheriff's Office. So what's before you today is just part of those approvals. We just need approval of the event action plan and the inclement weather plan.
All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve G2A and G2B.
Second.
Motion made second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
G3 is regarding the software as a service agreement with Tyler Technologies, authorization of report writing services quote for enterprise public safety. John?
Yes, so this is, excuse me, just a report writing that we wanted to add to the Tyler to make it more efficient for the sheriff's office. It's $1,520, and they do plan to use the federal forfeiture fund to pay for that.
Okay.
A one-time cost.
All right, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
G4 is authorization of participation agreement with All Paid for cash bond payment processing for sheriff's office. John?
So this item, again, is for just the Tyler program is to do the e-bonds, sorry, the cash bonds. And there is no cost to the county for this service. It's just signing the agreement so that the actual bond people pay the fees that are involved here.
All right, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
G5 is authorization of road use agreement with Elowen Neutron Storage LLC. Mike, are you on and you want to cover this one?
Sure. This is a battery energy storage system site. Dustin, I forget the road, the main road.
Check road.
Check road. Check road. And of course, this is our standard use agreement where we do a pre-review of the shape of the road. During their construction, they're responsible for maintenance of any, fixing any problems with the road that they're causing.
That's funny.
Then we do a post-construction, and they have to fix the road back to at least its original shape.
And they maintain the road during the construction, right?
Right.
Okay, so for a different agenda item and going forward, we'll be talking about how we monitor that and how we act quicker because we're having issues. And of course, the battery storage deal, from what I read on this, is it's an arrangement that this company has with the grid, ERCOT, that when there's lots of power, they download it and charge the batteries. When there's big demand on power, they upload the energy into the line. This company is a LLC, but it's owned by the larger company. It's a global company, and they're involved in everything from battery storage, data centers, and many other things too. So
Where's this going to be located?
it says Check Road, and I assume that was in west somewhere.
So I don't recall a Check Road.
Yeah,
We have Check Hall Road.
I bet it's Check Hall Road. I bet
And
it's,
then there's a huge solar just on the other side of the county up there, county line up there.
Yeah.
So I wasn't aware of this.
I just found out about it yesterday.
Okay, well, could we maybe speak with these folks and?
Yeah, generally, the way we've done it is the commissioner gets involved in it and has part of the discussion and all that, but I just found out about it. Is that the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't zoom in, but it's, there's a Snyder Road and, yeah, South Chet Hall Road.
That's it.
So that's the parcel right there outlined?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What's that?
And this storage, battery storage, Judge, is hooked into the grid, so they'll
It's what it-
upload into the grid when it
When they need the power.
needs to? Okay.
Mike, I guess those orange lines are cable, transmission?
Transmission lines?
They'd have to be next to a transmission. line.
Yeah.
A big,
Generally, a substation, and then, battery storage and all that is right, has to be.
It'd be kind of nice to know I know we can't do anything about it, what they're putting out there, what their plan is, if there's a fire, what safety precautions are gonna go up around the different, not that we can do anything about it, but, so.
Well, there are statutory requirements for battery energy storage systems now. And yeah, that I don't think that this is we have to do it right this second thing. I think if you want to have them come in and give a spiel on, what they're doing and what safety precautions they're taking, I think they would be totally all right with that.
Okay, so, I think if that's okay, Commissioner, let's defer this.
Okay.
And then, Dustin, if you can, get contact information and have them, meet with Commissioner and our office, and have, Mike sit in as well, and we can have that discussion and then come back to court with what we know, about it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but any of these road use agreements, we have to monitor them, and when there's a violation, we need to be able to move a little quicker on them, and a lot of times precincts are busy and don't have time to be over there, and I'm thinking that engineering maybe could be a part of that, because they're gonna be very involved in the specifications, so, and then help the commissioners in dealing with that. Or the commissioners can deal with it by themselves. Would you like to make a motion to defer?
Motion to defer.
I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Pass.
And Judge, while we have Mike online, would it be okay to go to his other item?
Yes, sir.
It's under item K, real estate right of way. It's K1, approve the use of eminent domain to acquire 0.984 acres along Bullhide Creek Road, Phyllis Snowden tract for road purposes, and authorize the initiation and prosecution of eminent domain proceedings. So Mike?
Yes, Judge, Commissioners, we have gone through the process of making offers, and we had an appraisal done. We had an initial offer that was rejected. We had an appraisal done by a certified appraiser. The final offer went out, and the amount of the appraisal, it was rejected. At this point, the only thing left for us to do is to file eminent domain proceedings. And the reason that we need this property is the creek is eroding the shoulder and is going to eventually get into the road. We need to move the road over a little bit, and then we're going to do some mitigation actions with it. Amy knows more about that stuff, but we need, that amount of property to be able to move the road over and do the mitigation work.
And we've made every effort to try to negotiate a fair price.
Yes, we have, but once you file, even before we file it, we'll get in touch with their attorney. And once you file it, everybody gets a lot more reasonable.
Yeah, understand. Okay. And any questions anyone would have?
Make a motion to approve.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving back up to item G6. This is regarding the Master Engineering and Consulting Services Agreement, work order number 1 with Lockwood Anders and Newnham Incorporated, authorization of professional services invoice. This is on the water consulting services. This totals $6,630.59. Just as a reminder, this is on the general water related, not the ARPA. It has to do with Water Alliance support, McLennan County Water Resources Group support, and this has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
And I will say that Tom's been very helpful, not only with working with McLennan County Water Resource Group, but also sitting in and monitoring all the activities of Central Texas Water Alliance, and has been able to give reports or articles supporting, addressing the needs of the county and the community, both Bell and McLennan County, and where the public can understand it very well enough, as well as myself and others that are around us. So I would make a motion, we approve this
Second.
arrangement. All right, we have a motion second. Any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Under item H, Waco McLennan County Economic Development Corporation, H1 is ratification of First Amendment to Program Project Agreement with AJ Nonwovens Waco, formerly Aston Johnson Nonwovens Manufacturing. Chris will be joining us in a minute, but this one is very straightforward. This amendment is just due to a name change. So the name is changing from Aston Johnson Nonwovens Manufacturing Incorporated to AJ Nonwovens Waco Incorporated. So we just need a motion to approve the ratification of that amendment.
I think this is a reasonable request, and we need to do it, change ownership. So this is a company that started a couple of years ago and has met all their agreements with the Waco McLennan County Economic Development Corporation. So I'd make a motion, we approve it.
Second.
Have a motion second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Under item I, capital improvement and construction projects, I1 regarding Patton Branch Road at Aquila Creek Low Water Crossing Culvert Replacement Project, agreement with BGE, authorization of invoice. Amy?
Good morning again. This should be our next to the last invoice because Patton Branch is done and open, and we already had our final walkthrough. So we're wrapping that one up and getting ready to start a few more.
Good, good. All right, any questions on that?
Motion to approve.
All right, second. And a second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, then item J is budget amendments. Francis?
So under J1A, we have our final budget adjustment for 2025. So this is, again, not related to a cash transaction, but they are accounting entries that we make for lease and software arrangements. And so that is setting up appropriate budget in the appropriate lines. And then, of course, that will be final for 2025. Moving to 2026. So J2A, we need to pull with no action. And then J2B, this is general fund, county judge, just needing to move a small amount within that department to furniture and equipment to purchase a printer. J2C, this is Fund 150. This is our court reporter service fund, special revenue fund. The request is to use that fund to purchase a printer for a court reporter in the 54th District Court. And then J2D, this is general fund, sheriff's office. And so the request is to move within professional development lines within their departments and ultimately increasing the professional development in the sheriff's office department. That is
All
all
right.
I have for budget amendments
Any
today.
questions on any of those? Not
Judge,
one-
you're not gonna get much printer there for that amount of money. We need to pass a hat or?
Well, he doesn't charge much.
Okay.
I could have got a cursive.
Yeah. Instead of, it looks like you're just paying somebody to write it by hand, I think. I don't know.
Is that a motion with all this?
Motion to approve as recommended.
All right, I have a motion and, did we get a second?
Second.
All right, I have a motion, second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passed.
Moving down to item L, grants, grant proposals. L1 is our ARPA discussion. L1A is regarding Fern Valley Road low water crossing improvements, agreement with Holy Contractors, authorization of change order number 1. Amy?
Good morning again. This one is going to be, I think, one of our final wrap-ups on projects from my predecessor. We had to put this one on hold for a while because there was some design issues with the design. Not a consultant that any of us were familiar with, and since then, the signing engineer left that company, so it was pretty arduous to try and work with the signing engineer and the company that we had the contract with. But in any event, we have made some changes to make it a more reasonable, workable design for a dead-end, low-volume road and not something that would be on a TxDOT highway. The changes that we're implementing are coming with a deduction of costs of $7,026.75. So when we get this approved, we'll be able to move forward and we'll have that project wrapped up in the next 2 to 3 months.
All right, any questions? All right, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yes.
Mercedes pointed out, we did not, J2A, evidently, we didn't address it.
J2A.
Oh, no action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pulled, yeah. I didn't already do that. Okay. I'll pull.
You didn't
no
say it.
action.
You didn't say it.
Okay.
But you have now.
Say it.
Pull with no action. Thank y'all for.
Confusing you.
L1B is regarding the professional services agreement with Forvis Mazars, authorization of grant management service invoice through February 2026. This invoice totals $2,626.70. It's been reviewed and recommended for approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
All right, motion made and second, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, pass.
L1C is regarding the McLennan County ARPA HVAC renovation project, agreement with Lockridge Priest, authorization to pay application number 15. Ken?
Yes, this pay app is in the amount of $7,619.91. It's been reviewed and recommended for approval.
All right, any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion second, any other discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
L1Ds are on the professional consulting contract addendums with Lockwood, Andrews, and Newnham, authorization of professional service invoice. This invoice totals $6,469.91, and it is related to the ARPA engineering monitoring through February 28th. It's been reviewed and recommended for approval.
All right, any?
Motion to approve,
All right,
Judge.
have a motion, and I'll second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
L2s regarding the Rural Prosecutor's Office Salary Assistance Grant Program, Senate Bill 22, authorization of revised funding allocation for Criminal District Attorney's Office. Francis?
Thank you. This was a revision to the breakdown of the Senate Bill 22 funding for the DA's office. And so you'll see there the adjustments to the positions, and this will allow them to utilize those funds fully.
Okay, any questions? All right, I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion made and second, any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
L3 is regarding the Bureau of Justice Assistance Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program. This is the JAG program, authorization of interlocal agreement with City of Waco and related documents for the FY25 Program Award Grant application. Major Ives, or I'm sorry, I'm not sure who's presenting.
Hi.
Sure, I'll let Jordan take it.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning,
Morning.
Commissioners.
Morning.
The Sheriff's Office requests approval to apply for the FY25 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program, which is commonly known as the JAG grant. The Waco Police Department will serve as the primary grantee, with our office participating as a subgrantee. This is a long-standing grant program which we have successfully participated for many years. For FY25, the government had many setbacks, so we didn't get this one until now. They just posted not too long ago. We anticipate an award of $31,787 with no match required. We propose to use these funds to replace and upgrade outdated fitness equipment, including power racks, cardio machines, and functional training weights out at the jail. Any questions?
All right, any questions? And no match?
No match.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
I'll make a
Okay.
motion to approve if there's no match.
Is that for our employees or for?
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure we don't want to make our prisoners strong.
Oh, no, sir. Just for county
Right,
employees.
Captain? We don't want to make them strong.
All right,
Thank you.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, have a motion second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Pass. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, under item M, Department Office Specific Requests. M1 is Tax Assessor Collector, authorizations regarding designation of McLennan County homestead exemptions for the 2026 tax roll. I believe Kathy Holloman's online if there's any questions, but essentially MCAD is requesting the status of the county's homestead exemption to be offered on the 2026 tax roll. We're currently at the maximum on the general county homestead, which is 20% and at 5,000 minimum. For the county 65 and over or disabled homestead, and we're at the 20%, which is a 5,000 minimum, plus 35,000. The tax office has provided some examples of if the court wanted to increase that exemption amount, what that additional impact would be on the county. So Kathy, anything you would like to add?
Guess not.
Okay, appreciate it. All right. It's open for discussion. I feel like we stand where we're at right now, and,
I agree.
all right, I'd make a motion, we, stay where we are right now.
Second.
And that motion second, any other discussion? Discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, pass. Just,
Under item N. Sorry, go ahead, Judge.
I was just gonna make a comment that, my son-in-law was on the city council in Bee Cave, Texas, and, their appraised values went up, but their taxable values went down because of this implementing, so.
Judge, one thing I would make a comment on quickly, I wish we had more information. I wish the timing was different, so, as far as the budget preparation, as far as revenue versus
Yeah,
being able to do this, but it makes it a little bit difficult, so.
yeah, no doubt, yeah, thank you.
I was trying to speak, but I was muted. Todd has provided the information that you would need to know if you wanted to increase it. But one other item that I wanted to mention, I don't think this is the year to do that because when you passed the budget, you didn't know exactly how much the business personal property exemption that's going to come into play this year would impact. And so we were able to get that information. And it's about $1.6 million revenue loss for the upcoming budget year at the same tax rate.
Right, okay.
I'm sure the state's going to hold harmless us and give us that money back.
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
Feel good
And I
about
have
it.
Todd and Randy in here too, if you have any questions.
We're good.
I think we're good, thank you very much, and, thanks for unmuting. All
Thank
right.
you.
So we.
All right, moving on to item
Go ahead.
N, additional items. Moving on to item N, additional items for discussion and potential action. N1 is discussion and or action regarding appointment of county representative to the Waco McLennan County Library Advisory Commission. Roger Fuller was our representative, and he is no longer in that role, and so the city is looking for an appointment from the county. So don't know if the court has any names today to consider.
What was Roger's position when he was on the, what did he do?
Just served as the county representative,
He was a-
just at those commission meetings.
He was a citizen in the county?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Well, so let's, can we defer this and start thinking about who we want on that group?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll make a motion, we defer.
Second.
Motion made, second, any discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
And two is authorizations regarding the 104th Annual County Judges and Commissioners Association of Texas Conference host court night event, including approval of order, accepting donations, et cetera. So Suzanne is off and running on this. Letters of support have already been, or sorry, she's already sent out letters seeking donations. She is meeting with Lisa Blackman today to discuss suggestions for host court night, and then she'll be meeting with the larger committee later on this spring. So this will be a standing item going forward. So as anything comes forward, we'll bring to y'all for your approval or for any suggestions the court has.
All right, thank
So
you.
no action needed today.
Okay.
N3 is regarding the Local Provider Participation Fund, authorization of intergovernmental transfers of funds derived from the County Healthcare Provider Participation Fund. This is under the Atlas program, and it is a declaration of intent. So I'd like to call on Heather.
Yes, good morning again. So we do these a few times a year. They're just a declaration of intent that AHCV requests that we submit to HHSC on behalf of the hospitals. And just as a reminder, this form is non-binding, and the amount that the McLennan County LPPF will fund might change. And it's largely a formality to let HHSC know that the program will be funded at 100% of the expected pool size.
Okay. Any questions? What's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve the ratification of the Atlas IGT.
Second.
Is there a second? Oh, got a second? Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
N4 is regarding the Information Technology Policy and Procedures Handbook. N4A is authorization of IT Department Financial Operations Policy Edition, and then N4B is authorization of Artificial Intelligence Policy and Strategy Edition. John?
Yes, these two, N4A and N4B, are just IT policies. The first one, the Financial Operations Guide, it just defines in writing how things we can authorize, the limits and such for the IT executive team, and what things I delegate to them to actually sign off on. The second one, the artificial intelligence policy, is we're doing that for two reasons. We're doing an artificial intelligence pilot program, as you all know. We want to put guardrails around that to make sure that we don't subject any of our data to open policies and stealing, of course. And then secondly, it's also a strategic plan on how we're going to use AI going forward. Both these have been reviewed both by Dustin and Anna, and they don't conflict with any of the county policies. Did anybody have any questions about either one of these?
Any questions? Okay, what's the pleasure of the court?
Motion to approve both policies as recommended.
I'll second. Any other discussion? No other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and I know Chris is there, but if we have two other action items, if we could do those real quick, then we could finish up with hers. So we have nothing under item O this week. Under item P, the McLennan County Downtown Jail Remodel. P2 is regarding the jail remodel for courtrooms and office space, agreement with Brinkley Sergeant Wigington, authorization of invoice number 37. This invoice totals $59,607.15. It has been reviewed and is recommended for approval.
All right, any questions? I'll make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Motion made, second, any discussion? No discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass.
And then P3 is authorization of facilities extension agreement with Encore Electric Delivery Company for extension of standard delivery system. TJ, did you want to cover this one?
Sure.
This is just a basic agreement with Encore to give them rights to come into the records building parking lot for the new transformer. It's pretty straightforward. Everybody's reviewed it. We think it's good to go.
All right, any questions?
And there's a cost associated with it, correct, PJ?
Yes, sir. That $12,891.30 is the final cost.
Okay, very good. Motion to approve, Judge.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Motion made and second. Any other discussion? No other discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Pass.
And then N7 is our standing item just for any possible future agenda topics or announcement of any items of interest. And if there's nothing there, we can move to N6, Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce Monthly Economic Development Report for January 2026. I'd like to call on Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning. Glad to see everybody today. You have in your packet our monthly report for economic development activity in January. This is through January of 2026. We did have two announcements that we made in January. One was the Fidelity Manufacturing, which is the Ocala, Florida-based manufacturer that is going into a portion of what was formerly occupied by Ferguson Enterprises in McGregor. So they're taking down 200,000 square feet of that facility, and they will be operational or moving into that building later this year. Some improvements are underway right now to get that going for them. And then the other piece of project that we announced there is in Lacey Lakeview with the redevelopment of the former Kmart property, which Academy Sports and Outdoors announced their second location in the Waco area there. So excited that those two things kicked off our year in a strong way. We have had a strong month of activity for the month of January. We had 11 different project leads that came through our door. And when we look at that in comparison to where we were in 2025, there was 8. So we had 9 project submittals as well that month, and then 4 site visits, which was on par for where we were in 2025. I will tell you that we are having a lot of activity going into the first quarter and now into the second quarter. We have a variety of both domestic and international companies that are looking at this area. And so it's great to see that activity. I know that there's been a little bit of concern about what's happening with the economy and how is that going to impact our work. It has had some impacts for sure, where companies are just slowing down their decision-making process, kind of in a wait-and-see mode. Part of that is also just trying to understand what the new landscape is for business operations, particularly if they're an international company, and understanding what that's going to look like at the federal level. Some days it's clearer than others. But I would say that everybody is kind of getting used to what this looks like, and the United States is still the premier location for where international businesses want to be. This is where they have a growing customer base. There's more opportunity here, and quite frankly, it is still more stable here than it is in a lot of other places too. Energy is much more affordable here than it is in other places. I was in a conference a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about the difference in energy pricing in the United States versus in some European countries. In Germany, it's over $40 cents a kilowatt hour. And in comparison,
it'll be that way here.
But not yet.
Not yet. And until that happens, the United States is still more affordable for them to be in instead of other places. We look at business development events. We were out a little bit in January, but I will tell you that February and on, we have been very active outside of our market as well, which is what you want us doing. You want us out there creating those relationships, creating new opportunities for the community, and certainly they are paying off. When we look at the overall project pipeline right now, we have 26 different projects that are at various points of consideration. Not all of them will land in this community, and, but we have a strong number of them that are moving forward, and a good balance of that between new business and existing business. And it's always important that we see good opportunities with our existing companies. One, it's a lot more efficient to be able to keep somebody here than it is on the attraction side of things. But it also just shows that they really believe in this marketplace as well for their growth. So we're glad about that. When we look at our business retention program, it's going strong. We've been focusing in that first month of January in the supply chain logistics and manufacturing world. One of the things that we are asking as part of our industry engagement is how they're implementing AI into their business operations. I think it will be telling for us to understand how that's being used, what they anticipate that that'll do with employment impacts and business operations and efficiency, so that we can have a good understanding of how that will be impacting our local businesses too. So that I'll be happy to answer any questions that y'all might have.
Any questions? All good. Okay, is there a motion to approve Chris's report for recording purposes?
So moved.
Second.
All right, that motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, pass. Is there any other agenda items that we haven't covered yet before we go into executive session? Or say you're saying no? All right, I'd like to go, and Dustin, I'm gonna go ahead and go under executive session on both items, both personnel and economic development. Is that okay?
Right, yes, there's under 551-074 and 551-087.
Yeah, right. Okay. So we'll, and then, I want to do the economic development first. And, with that, I'd like for Chris to stay in here and Dustin to stay in here with the commissioners. Session. Going to item E3A is consideration and/or action of department head evaluations and review of salaries. The commissioners have gone through all of these and thoroughly, and no action is needed. So anything else to come before the court today? Got everything covered? All right, well, we stand adjourned.